Okay, welcome to the special meeting of the BOCC. We really have one item of business today. A previous meeting at 2:30, Board of Health meeting at 2:30, they approved a resolution to have us adopt an interlocal agreement for acting health officer coverage between Washington State Department of Health and Cowlitz County. And that's what we're here to look over and approve today, and I think we all have a copy of that in front of us. I think it's been reviewed by
Well, is the,
attorneys, and I think everything's in order. that
is
I
the
can tell.
Mortensen clause in here?
The what?
Termination. No, he always asks about how,
Yeah.
you know, how we get out of it. I'm not being facetious, and it is clause number 4. At our sole discretion. All we have to do is provide written notice.
Yeah. Any questions, concerns on it?
I think it's pretty straightforward.
Okay,
as
then
far as I
I'd
can see.
entertain a motion to approve it.
So, Mr. Chairman, I move that we follow the recommendation of the Board of Health and approve the resolution which gives us a temporary health officer supported by the state.
Perfect.
And approve the interlocal agreement with them.
To be pardon?
And approve the local agreement with them. The resolution was for the board, but for us, so we have to sign the agreement, right? Isn't that how it goes? So,
Sure.
yep.
Okay. Motion on the floor. Looking for any questions, discussion? Talking with our Human Health Services, it sounds like the timeline for this would be, that'll be sent up to this, and we're estimating Monday we'll be back in full service. We just got to get the digital
Yep.
signatures in place so we can attach them and do those things. Okay. I'm getting head nods, so it looks like that's it. Okay. With that, I call for a vote. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Also vote aye. Thank you. I think that concludes. The only thing I would add, I think I went to, you've probably already heard, but I went to Kelso Council meeting last night. They elected a new mayor, Beryl Anderson. And went to Woodland, Council last night, which was quite interesting. It was standing room only.
That the swearing in for Todd?
Well, the swearing in was that, but the standing room only was because in previous months, I want to say November, don't quote me on that. Contracts were changed for the city manager, the public works director, and I think Mr. Goddard, I forget, development. Yeah. And from severance if they were terminated from 3 months to 6 months. At the end of December, the current mayor terminated the city manager and the public works director. And also changed a couple months ago was the lieutenant for the police. The dog that they had, commitment was reduced to 1 year and severance of 3 months was approved. So those 3 were terminated at the end of December. And the figure I heard last night was it cost the city a little over 200 and some odd thousand in benefits. So the public obviously wanted to have their say on that.
There was no, the termination had no cause.
No cause. Yeah, that's correct. It was stated the lieutenant with the dog has another position. So now Woodland initially had a 3-year commitment on the dog. It was reduced to once. Now the dog's gone and the lieutenant's gone to another position. I don't know where that is. And for the other two positions, I don't know if they have new jobs or what the story is there, but the citizens felt they had some real concerns. It was standing room only.
Hmm.
I'm sure it'll probably show up in the paper at some point in time. Who knows? Yeah.
Maybe in the Reflector, but we don't even get that anymore, do we?
So that was my evening. I got nothing else to do. I did entertain myself through council meetings.
It does bring up a question indirectly. Your reaction to the newspaper is appropriate. It's continuing to decline, is my guess. But we're bound to have to publish announcements in something like the paper. How do we go about?
Largest daily publication, right? That's the law.
Yeah, I believe so, but I can find out.
But that's not even a daily publication anymore.
Yeah, they only publish 3 days a week now. Oh,
Oh, Doug has his hand up.
It's, Commissioner Mortensen points out a problem that even municipal research has recognized without a clear answer. So at this juncture, you're in a scenario where you select a official county newspaper in accordance with statute that there may be a list of one, and it may no longer provide the scope of publication. In other words, the number of days that really benefits the county in getting its public notices out. But that's the harsh reality of it. It'll take a legislative fix.
In your, I know this is not a good question to ask, but I feel compelled. Do you have any notion of what other counties might do in a situation where there isn't even the daily news? So
They
how do
have
they
to-
fulfill that?
Then is potential that some communities have a weekly, which means that when you're trying to get out advertisements for competitive bids or public notices as to, for instance, treasurer's sales, county staff is forced to front load the matter substantially. And in addition, where the newspaper fails to timely publish, it's not like you have option 2 to go to as an alternative for timely service. Again, it's a matter, there's been a lot of discussion on it. There's not a fix proposed at this point, but for the time being, we're stuck with the really turn of the century language that you publish via newspaper as the official legal document for publishing.
I know, we don't seem to get too many classified ads for, Woodland. Because I'm sure they're supporting the Reflector, because that's, even though that's a weekly or a bi-weekly. And
That's
we-
correct, Commissioner.
And we don't get anything from Waukegan County because the Eagle is their local paper, but again, it's a weekly or a bi-weekly, so. We got 2 more days to go, I guess,
You know,
with the Daily News.
Well, I think we can expect some change in the law at some point to address the modern age.
anyway,
I have heard, though, that the Daily News did find a buyer for their building. So there'll continue to be some moves made. Interesting.
okay. Nothing else?
So actually, yeah, somewhat related question. We occasionally are interviewed by Oregon Public Broadcasting stuff. How does their news make it up here? Just electronically as opposed to hard copy, right?
Well, it's KOAP, is the channel channel 10 for cable, and that's on Xfinity, so we get.
Is your mic on?
Yes, I know there, Portland's channel 10 is a PBS station.
Yeah,
And then they have the radio station as well, so.
but at the moment, that would not qualify.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
That
I
has
see a
traditionally,
business
that has
opportunity.
traditionally been one of the most fiercely fought perks for the press, making sure, because it sustains an awful lot of their expenses. So,
As I see, maybe Kelly can tell us, how much do we spend ballparkish every week, every month?
I think each department's responsible for their own publications. So I wouldn't be able to give you the full amount.
How much does the BOCC spend?
I want to say it's over $100 each time,
Over what?
over $100 each time. But I believe how it depends on how many words that are in it.
Yeah, I remember seeing something recently around $400 or $500.
Yeah, I believe it depends on how many words you have listed in there. But Bailey has that. She pays, she's a financial person in our.
Yeah,
when we amend our county code, that amendment has to be published, doesn't it?
That what has to be published?
When we change the county code, that change has to be published?
That's with that's on a different, it's not in the Daily News.
Oh,
Yeah, that's in a different part. Yeah, and we do
Okay.
pay for that each time
all
too.
right.
did you put your hand up again? Not-
Doug's here.
Yeah, for ordinance changes. And some public hearings, you're using the official newspaper of the county. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, Commissioner Webb is correct.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks for getting together this afternoon. We will adjourn.
All right.